I'm gonna ask you a tough question here, and but I'm curious. Everyone at this point has all heard the stories of ECW towards the end in regards to pay issues. I mean, I've seen many guys on tape. Lance Storm, I know he had mentioned it on one of the documentaries, and there's been others that claimed they had pay issues, getting paid on time. I think most of them said well, some say they never got their final checks throughout the last couple months. But did you ever have issues? And I'm not asking you to air out dirty laundry. I'm just curious. Did you ever have issues pay wise and dealing with Heyman or Dreamer or anything related to pay while in ECW towards the end?
No, no, because I went through. I know you're familiar with Chalmette. They had an Ace cashing place there, and I
Yeah.
knew way. I knew way before that you don't put your check in a bank account from a Paul Heyman. So I went down to Ace Ace checking every time I got a paycheck. Because dudes were running. As soon as we got paid, man, it was like the great exiting of the boys hitting the doors trying to make it to the bank. And I'm I'm somewhere up in Maine or New York, and I've still got to fly home to New Orleans, so I'm already at a disadvantage. So I didn't sweat it. I went down to that Ace checking, signed it over, gave them $20 out of my paycheck, and walked away with the rest. So I never had a problem.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about that Ace checking that was right across the street from the gym.
Yeah, it was. It
Yeah.
was like a little. It reminded me of like a little old Kodak photo mat.
Yeah. I know exactly. I don't know if it's still there. Katrina probably wiped it out, but it
Probably.
sat right. Yeah, like the old Kodak or those Fox photo deals that are like
Exactly.
at the front of a shopping center, and it's like this little bitty. I don't even call it a building. It's just like a little thing where you can walk in. There's hardly any room in there. You cash your check, you pay them a couple bucks, and you hit the road.
That's it. That's
Okay.
exactly right.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. So, what you're saying is to ensure that that the check didn't bounce, you got your money right away and paid the $20 to cash your checks there every time you came home.
I never had a problem. Always got paid.
Just making
Now, if
sure.
they checking got their money, I can't. I can't say that, but I know Rod Price got his money.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that, man. So, but in fairness, like you just confirmed that there were sometimes some pay issues because, as you said, the boys would run out the door trying to make sure they get their money ASAP, and you were already at a disadvantage having to fly home. So, evidently, you are confirming there that there were some. You're basically repeating what many have said, but to you,
Yeah.
you
Oh
always
yeah.
got yours.
Yeah. I mean, everybody asked me, "Did you have problems?" I said, personally, I said no, and that's the reason why. Now, I guess. Now, I guess if I was using my bank and had all these uh, non-significant fund charges racking up, then yeah, I'd probably be really bitter. But I learned that quick, especially in wrestling. You do not take a check.
Taking a check in wrestling is a no-no. Almost
Right.
all. Even if it's for like $50, just get the cash. Oh man. Okay.
I've seen promoters running, and I never took. Uh, I take that back. Ack and I, we got stuck one time in Mississippi, where the promoter, it's supposed to be big show, guaranteed money, all this stuff. And we got there, and they had all the posters were sitting out front where people were, were all 15 of the people were walking in this great big civic center, and I think they had 15 or 20 people, probably in a 1,500 seat arena, and we had to take checks, and I know Ack was very unhappy, and I already wrote it off, man. I go, I'm not even gonna cash it. And about a week later, I saw Ack. I go, "Oh, did your check go through?" And Ack, no. And I was like, And that go figure, huh? But no, you do not take checks in wrestling. That's for sure.